Hello, my name's Mel, welcome to my world, and for those of you that are new to my channel, it's all about self-built camper vans and camper van related stuff. So if that's something that interests you, please do consider subscribing to my channel. Now, since fitting this Ctek charge controller to Rebecca's van, I've been inundated with questions. Do I prefer the Ctek charge controller, or do I prefer the ring charge controller that's fitted in my van? I'll show you the ring charge controller in a moment. So that's what this video is about today. It's all about comparing the Ctek and the ring charge controller. Now you may be thinking, why am I holding this in my hand after I fitted it to Rebecca's van? More about that later. First, let's jump in my van and I'll show you the ring charge controller and we'll do a little comparison of the two. So welcome back to inside my van. Now the charge controller in my van is a ring DC to DC MPPT charge controller, and it does exactly the same as the Ctek. The Ctek is also an MPPT charge controller and a smart alternator controller as well. They both do exactly the same thing. They draw power from your solar panel and transfer that power to your leisure batteries. They also take power from your alternator and charge your leisure batteries. So basically they do exactly the same job, apart from a few little subtle differences. So let's start by comparing the size. I'll show you my charge controller. It's underneath my seat. Let's have a look at the difference in size. As you can see, there's quite a big difference in size between the two controllers. The ring is definitely a lot larger than the Ctek, but then the Ctek doesn't have this display panel on it. With the ring charge controller, it tells you what voltages I've got coming in from the solar panel, and if I flick through the menu, which we won't go into at this video, I've made videos about this before. If you flick through the menu, you can tell what the state of charge of your battery is, and you can also do other things with it as well, and it's all done on this display panel, so that's a real bonus with the ring charge controller. Now, wiring them up is really simple as well. The ring charge controller, you simply have two wires coming from your solar panel, a plus and a negative going to your leisure battery, and a plus and a negative going to your main engine battery. Really simple to connect up. Now the Ctek, on the other hand, again, really simple to connect up. You can see on here, it's clearly marked. This wire goes to your alternator. This is the live wire, by the way. So you have a live wire going to your alternator, live wire going to your solar panel, and then this output is the live wire that goes to your leisure battery, and then you've got your negative as well. So again, oops, sorry about that, really simple to wire up, except the Ctek has got these extra two wires, and these tell the Ctek controller what type of battery you have connected up to it, because there's various batteries: lead acid, AGM and lithium. Now they both have temperature sensors as well, and this sensor goes onto your leisure battery so that the controller knows the temperature of your leisure battery and it can charge them accordingly. So now let's talk about the advantages and disadvantages of both units. And the one big advantage the Ctek has over the ring charge controller is the fact that, I just want to check I've got this right, yes it can charge lithium batteries as well as AGM and lead acid, whereas the ring charge controller cannot handle lithium batteries. So that's a big bonus for the Ctek charge controller. And the other good thing about the Ctek charge controller is that when your leisure batteries are topped up, when they're on float charge, it also puts power back to your engine battery as well, so it trickle charges your engine battery. So theoretically, if your van is parked up over a long period of time, your engine battery should not go flat if you've got one of these fitted. Whether or not this works remains to be seen. Now, disadvantage, big disadvantage with this one is the amount of voltage it can take, which we've discovered with Rebecca's van. That's why this one is in my hands and not in Rebecca's van, because Rebecca has got a massive, I forget the wattage of her solar panel, but it's one big solar panel and it's 36 volts. Whereas this charge controller can only handle 23 volts. So that's why this is not fitted in Rebecca's van, because her solar panel is too big. We plugged it in and we actually destroyed this one. This one is no good because we didn't realise her solar panel was too big for this. So a big thumbs up to Alpha Leisure Batteries, who supplied Rebecca the solar panel and the charge controller, because Rebecca was none the wiser at the time, and they did supply her both units. So they've replaced her Ctek charge controller free of charge. It was kind of, I don't know, no one was really to fault. It was just one of those things that was overlooked. Now, because the Ctek can only handle 23 volts, what we plan on doing is taking the solar panels off of my roof and putting them onto Rebecca's van, and then take the solar panel off of Rebecca's van and put it on my van, because Rebecca's solar panel is 36 volts and my Ring DC to DC charge controller can actually handle 50 volts input. So it's a simple solution, really. So until we swap the panels over, I've simply put a Jackery solar panel on Rebecca's roof to keep her batteries topped up. So she's now got a Jackery solar panel sitting on top of her big 360 watt solar panel, and it is working. It's keeping her leisure batteries topped up just right. But yeah, as soon as my back's better, we're going to be swapping the solar panels over. It's probably the easiest solution. So let's talk about the Ring DC to DC charge controller and the advantages it's got over the Ctek. Apart from being able to handle higher voltage solar panels, it's also got a nice display panel, so you can actually monitor what's going on with your batteries. You can monitor how much power is coming in from your solar panels, and you can monitor how much power is coming in from your alternator as well. So that's a really nice feature. With the Ctek, you do need to buy a separate monitor if you want to all that information, because the Ctek's only got a few little display lights on there to let you know it's actually working. You can't actually tell what it's doing unless you buy something like a Victron monitor. So that's one thing I like about the Ring charge controller. The other thing I like about the Ring charge controller is that you've got a nice little feature where you can set solar priority. So you can set it so your solar panels have priority over your alternator. In other words, if it's a hot sunny day and you're driving, your solar panels carry on working. And it takes the pressure off your alternator. But at night time, your alternator will work and it will charge your batteries, but that don't kind of work, because at night, in the night, you've got your headlights on, haven't you? So your alternator's working harder then anyway. So whether or not it's a good feature, I don't know. But anyway, I do actually use that feature during the summertime. I set my Ring charge controller to solar priority, so that the solar panels get priority over the alternator. Just saves wear and tear on the alternator. I think that's what it's for, but that's what I do anyway. Now, the other good thing about the Ring charge controller is the fact that it's so simple to wire up. You just literally connect the wires that you need to connect up. There goes a little diagram here. As you can see, I mean, it looks complicated, but it's really simple. You just connect the leisure battery, the alternator battery and the solar panels to these connectors, and that's it. And it figures it all out for itself. It works out what batteries you've got installed. It will sense the battery type you've got automatically, and it will charge them accordingly. It will set its own charge profile, and it's all adjustable as well. You can adjust your charge profile, your float charge, your cut-off charge. It has got that menu built into it, and you've got more control basically. So you've got more control over the Ring than you have the Ctek, which is something else I like. And the fact that it is really simple to wire up. It's just a matter of connecting the wires and it works everything out for itself. Unlike the Ctek, you do need to connect up these other two wires with the Ctek to let the Ctek controller know what batteries it is charging, whether it's lead acid batteries, AGM batteries, or the advantage of lithium batteries. But it is quite simple, to be fair, because it has got this nice little diagram on there to tell you where these wires go and how you connect them up. So yeah, maybe I'm being a bit harsh. It's only an extra 2 wires, but like I say, with the Ring charge controller, it works it out for itself. But there's only 2 types of batteries that controller will charge up, and that is lead acid and AGM. It won't handle lithium batteries. But saying that, the question you're all asking is, which do I still prefer? Which do I prefer, the Ring, or do I prefer the Ctek? I've got to be honest, I still prefer the Ring charge controller, because I can't afford lithium batteries. So the Ring charge controller for me wins all the way. But again, it's all down to personal preference. which one do you prefer? Which one would you like to have, or which one have you got fitted in your van? Leave a comment in the comments section of this video. Let me know what you think. I'll be really interested to know. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, please do consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Now before I go, let's go and say hello to Rebecca, talking about Jackery solar panels. How's your Jackery solar panel doing? How's your batteries? Is it working all right?
It seems to be, yeah. I've got 13.4.
13.4 volts?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. She's got the Jackery solar panel on her roof, and it's charging your leisure batteries.
Yeah.
Using the Ctek charge controller.
Yeah, exactly.
Until we swap the solar panels over. So like I said earlier, her panel is too high in voltage, isn't it?
Yes, unfortunately.
What happened to your last one?
It blew up, the Ctek. Yeah, it went pop, and we didn't realise it. So yeah, we've got to change the solar panels over so that I can keep my Ctek and not blow it up.
So you're going to have my solar panels on your roof, and your solar panels going to have to go on mine.
Yeah.
It's a simple, easy fix. It makes sense rather than changing everything in your van.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just going to swap the solar panels over, and because our solar panels are held on the roof using Unistrut, it's going to be quite simple, shouldn't it?
Yeah, just a simple
I just need
swap.
to, yeah.
Just need to get better.
Just need to get me back better.
Yeah.
Right, talking to that, I needed some painkillers. It's starting to hurt now.
Alright, so you can make us a cup of tea then while you're...
I'll do that. I'll go and get some painkillers and I'll make you a cup of tea. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Ta-ra for now.
Bye.
Bye.